I've got a surprise for everyone today. Outfit number 125524. No. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Ah, ha ha ha. Ah, ha ha. Ah, ha ha ha. Oh, oops. Okay. Haven't seen that since Fallbrook. Yeah, I haven't gotten it to work since Fallbrook is why. That's very silly. That's even a thing. Let's do a little recalibration real quick, though. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. This camera needs to be fixed. Also. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I don't know why it still shows. Because it should only be showing. Yeah, it should be only showing local user. But great. Hey, Sappy.
Sure, y'all are free to join.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I may have to go. I may have to go soon to pick up my meal from the tavern. I ordered something to nibble. Oh,
Very
OC
fair.
got dinner cooked in the air fryer.
Perfect. Perfectly fair. Go, enjoy, eat, and then come back when you wish. Okay?
Oh, well,
I'll be around.
I'll get dinged once it's finished, and then I'll
I
be
see,
back
I
with
see.
it. Yes.
Understood.
Nibble as I go.
For now, we can just relax.
Mm-hmm.
Rise and shine, Stern. A couple people are looking for you.
Hi.
Who?
You're quite the snorer.
Who was it?
The Beaumont bodyguard, I believe. Not Tony, but the one that wears often that red mask. That's the one. They were looking for you.
Okay.
I believe they're still at the medical wing, if you wish. No.
Yeah.
You're free to join us. We're just sitting and relaxing, just enjoying good views and good company. Unless you wish to go explore.
Yeah.
I have found my main spot in this city.
I'm glad. So I know where to find you. If all of a sudden I'm like, where did that little furball go? Oh, there she is, by the crystal.
Crystal. By the Aetherite.
Yep.
It would be dizzying to sit on top of that thing. Just saying.
Oh, you wish to.
You like how the automiles were created after that, so it has a lot of stuff about it.
Oops.
World-shattering scale. It has different climates. Very hot in the east. Very jungle.
Hey, yo!
Look, I know a lot of people have their eye on you already.
What? Why?
You're cute and adorable.
Lies.
You're my kid, of course.
Even though they made their own little world there, the elements, the seasons still change, but given how close the
Met. The only ones that I believe to be
That's
archmages
awesome.
are Dr. Festerius, who is the archmage of healing, Califax, who I don't know what they're the archmage of, being a magistrate.
You were right on the edge. I just didn't want you to fall backwards.
Yes, of course, right. Let's
To
see.
answer your question, though, Califax is the Archmage of Soul.
Ah,
Yeah.
wonderful. Nobody ever
Yeah.
explained that. I only knew them as the archmage of being the magistrate, which is usually what the important quality there is.
Magistrate.
Archmage of Magistrate. So magistrate's a magical position.
So here's the
I
thing
guess
about
so.
that is, despite being an archmage, I've never once seen Califax use any magic at all. Not even a little bit, right? Which is incredibly peculiar. So that's why I figured they're just a bureaucrat, really. But I guess they probably can do magic. Everybody says that they can.
He
They
is
can do-
incredibly powerful.
Incredibly so. Soul magic in and of itself is incredibly potent when you can truly master it.
So,
And he is an
Which is why
he's
I
Archmage of
decided
Soul
to
for a
take.
reason.
I decided to take him as a teacher. Well, he allowed me to be a student of his. More like it.
Which
I
is
hope
good.
I didn't miss the Archmage of Darkness today.
I don't think you did, no. More than likely they might be around for tomorrow.
oh goodness gracious.
Mhm.
Why do
But
so many archmages come by these parts anyway? It feels like a
Scooch your butt.
catastrophe.
There you go. Be cozy. Be cozy. We're all cozy.
Yeah, okay, right. Actually, I was meaning
This
to
is
ask
world's best
about
bonfire.
that. The
Ask about what?
I woke up in my room here this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
How did I get there?
You were taken
Well,
there.
You were
Mhm.
politely, gently brought into your room and just laid upon your bed, and then left without an issue.
I showed him the way.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
Wait,
Your keystone. Your
Wait.
keystone acts as your bedroom key too, so that's how they were able. They just simply found it, opened the door, set it back on you, set you down.
okay. I was a little bit concerned about that, but I know at least it wasn't teleportation. Or I guess they had to go through the Nexus to get here, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's
Mhm.
that was something. What happened? The last thing I remember was the Healers Guild. Stern was there. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay, that makes sense actually. Wonderful. Oh, speaking of the Healers Guild, that was a disaster.
No, you.
I haven't gotten the chance to thank you,
No, you.
Gillian, for your help at the very end there with the crystals, because that was its
Happy to help.
own can of worms. I'm a medical
dear.
professional.
Yes,
Yeah,
and-
I'm making sure
Here.
that my hand's going between them and not touching them, don't worry.
You
Aw,
have gone through such
adorable.
stress. You've gone through such stressful things already in the couple of days you've been here. Believe me, I
Oh yeah.
I had not my most proudest moment today when I broke down.
Ah, jeez.
So believe me, I understand, and I understand how stressful it can be. You have a lot of responsibility and a lot of things that you try to do to look after people. That's why I'm more than happy to help with any medical professions that I can. I know how stressful it is to have somebody's life in your hand.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I
I will
thought I
get you
could
that
help, but
violator.
yeah, I thought I
Just-
could help, but I guess the Healers Guild isn't for me because most of everything y'all were talking about was going over my head. Yes, I did attend the Archmage of Life's little cooking lesson, but it was more out of morbid curiosity of what the heck he was doing than anything else.
That's understandable.
So,
He made spicy soup. He made the spicy
That's-
soup.
he
He
made.
made spicy soup. Hmm?
Spicy soup that healed
They're
you for
talking
negative
about
damage.
Hox Medica, which is that grotesque concoction that he used
It is
on
quite disgusting.
several people in the town
Oh, I'm
2
sure.
or 3 days ago.
There's a
along
mace
with
that's
the
infected
boils.
with it. There's a mace that's infected with it right now. Because he used it to stir the pot.
Did we not clean? Oh no, I didn't get the.
You didn't clean it! No, none of y'all
Ah.
cleaned it! He put it back among all the other weapons, and no one cared!
I had to make sure. I had to escort him off the island before he tried to help anybody else.
Mm.
But after that happened, then it was more bullshit, and I forgot about the mace
Wait,
entirely.
how did I notice this and you didn't?
I was in the middle of fearing for my life and the life of everybody around me. Just, I don't want to piss that guy off because yeah, you can't die here, but if he spreads something, ugh.
So yeah, Julian, there's a iron mace with spikes on it at the training ground at Aether. It's probably still infected with Pox Medica. It will hit you for negative damage.
I have a feeling that the island itself already cleaned the mace rather than it being there. Because if anybody else just picked it up and tried to use it, they'd get hurt or not know that it was infected with it. So I'm pretty sure it's been already cleaned up.
Okay, I don't know how the island works, so I'm just giving warnings where I can.
Well,
No,
in
that's
this
completely
case,
fair.
we have two people to thank. Well, two groups of people. Three groups of people. There are the groundskeepers, which if you haven't met them yet, definitely pay them a visit. They are incredibly efficient at keeping this place
It's not
running.
the guy who was yelling about finding his nuts, is it?
I hope not. I don't know.
I don't
I've
believe
never
so.
met them, and I avoided that. They're the ones who are doing most of the work here. Beyond that, I'd say there's two groups, two individuals. There is Doctor, I don't know his actual name, who is...
His actual name is Doc, like Doktor, not Doctor. It's actually Doctor. That's his actual first name.
That's his actual name? Is the
That's
doctor
so
a
cute.
doctor?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Doctor. Horrible.
Doctor!
Was it
Regardless.
self-fulfilling or?
I think it's probably something in his family that probably is like he's a medical like his parents were medical professionals, so he wanted to be one too.
How dare, I must retaliate.
No, he's a perplexing one though. He's a sanitization freak, to say the least.
Oh.
And I've seen him on several occasions now run around cleaning up after people if they ever so much as bleed. I don't know if it's like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the help when it's in the Healers Guild, but he's all over the place with that stuff. I don't
That's
question
smart,
him.
though.
I don't know why he operates the way that he. It is smart, but
I know
That man's
why
scary.
actually, and that makes
Oh,
sense
yeah?
now. Well, the whole thing with Rift, that him being patient
think
zero
my
for
meal's
the
ready.
Archmage of Healing. All right, do you need to be portaled
be right
away,
back.
or do you just gonna?
No, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go
disappear.
grab it and bring it back here.
Okay.
Red.
But, hey, don't worry. I guarantee you, your spot will be right there when you need it.
What are you doing out of quarantine?
Not a quarantine.
Bringing something to you
Pat, 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 pat.
that Stern made. Some that was supposed to be delivered to you. Something about the
yeah,
Archmage of Healing.
Yeah.
The less I know, the better.
Yes, correct. That's right. Good take. Thank you.
Whatever
Okay.
next strain of plague you're unleashing, I want nothing to do with.
I swear there's a perfectly logical
Just pulls you into my lap this time.
Listen. It's not as bad as it sounds. We have everything's perfectly ethical. Everybody involved has given consent. It'll be fine. It'll be safe. It's just it's a lesser of two kind of situation.
You're fine. Relax.
Why me? Why me? There's a bunch of psychopaths who would be up to this. What does it?
To answer your question from earlier, Julian,
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that it hasn't crossed my mind. I'm just not sure if she'd be interested in dating a mother.
Fair enough. Look,
My.
I'm not going to be that kind of dad that just goes like, You wish to date my kid? How dare you? No, I'm going to just.
Yeah, because if you did, it would be exhausting and you'd be doing it every day.
Uh-huh.
Or how many kids that you have?
My and all my kids are good. So like,
I didn't know Julia
hey,
Lappin.
Omega. Yeah, but
I'm surprised
again,
as you are.
I just want them to be happy.
Mhm. Family, they're engaged in some complicated family business as usual, but hello again. Thank you so much for your help with the recipe this morning.
Oh yeah, soup recipe.
Yeah, we're probably gonna make
Yeah,
it
you gotta let me
tomorrow.
taste the final product. Yeah.
Yep, we haven't quite made it yet, but we've got almost everything we need in place. Just the process. The process.
Omega. Did you want to try some chaos?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Where you give wait? How are
Wait,
you
what?
giving them chaos?
It's just her magic comes out like as like a mist and just wraps around his hand.
Just comes back with a plate
Like
full
Mary.
of carrots
And spicy.
in various assortments.
What?
You wanna
Fried
try
carrot,
any others? Just
steamed
let me know.
carrot, regular carrot. You actually see what looks to be a hot
You have
dog, but
honey carrot?
instead of a instead of
He's
what
fine.
the hot dog being between the
Oh,
buns, it's a
There,
roasted
sit
carrot.
back down. I can explain.
Okay.
You like
Wonderful.
carrots, don't you?
I understand. Ow.
Yes. So,
She is a competent healer. Obviously, it takes to be a thing. And she has a fair personality. She seems to have a moderately level head. I'd say me and her are mostly on good terms, although she does seem a little irritated every time I call her a shorty. I have no ill will against her. From what I know of her, she seems fair. Although, yes, I haven't seen enough to pledge myself to her or anything, you know? It's more just...
I understand that.
She's shown me kindness
Also,
enough, so...
Don't think this as an interrogation. Just would like to hello there.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh god, you every time. Kiki, hello, hi.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh god, every single fucking time. How long was she there for?
I did not see her. I returned around
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by people who are good at sneaking around me. I don't like that. But hey, Kiki.
Yeah.
I got a magic teacher who actually didn't abandon me after the first lesson for once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought you'd like to know since you seem to take an interest in, you know, in people learning and everything.
Yeah.
Is that all they say?
Is that a...
What is looking at?
Kiki is Kiki. Not fully sure what Kiki is, but Kiki is Kiki. Far as Rem is aware.
We're pretty sure that Kiki isn't a fae. We're like 80% sure.
It's never on
I'm
ground.
assuming it.
Look.
Hmm.
No ground. No touch ground. Just
Do we know if
float.
Kiki's actually solid? Because if Kiki's never walked anywhere, then for all we know, Kiki's legs might not work. They could just be like, you know, squishy. Like a slime, but...
Does legs work?
I mean, if you put them on the floor, do you just like immediately crumple like a piece of paper?
I've been on the ground before.
Well, he can speak common.
Oh no, it can. It just chooses not to. It just chooses to go. I'm not gonna make the noise, but it chooses to.
Yeah.
I'm not making that noise again. I'm not making that noise again.
Yeah.
Because Rift tricked me into doing it once, and now there's someone who every time I see them, they go, "Oh, you're the person who went nya." And I do not want that to be my reputation here. I do not want that to be my reputation here.
Yeah, anyway.
It's some bizarre approximation of what a cat's supposed to sound like, I assume.
Yeah.
Or some
Cat noise.
I think it's a cat noise, even though it sounds nothing like a cat. A cat would go like meow. It wouldn't go like nya. Like I don't even know what nya is or where nya comes from. And you nya
Cat makes many noises. Cats make many noises.
Find me one cat that goes nya.
This one.
It's not a cat. It's not a cat. It's Kiki. I.
I'd assume Kiki is some sort of catkin.
Maybe. Is there something you're here for, Kiki?
Yeah.
Aether's exposing me to very weird individuals.
This
More
happens
power
a lot
to
around
you,
me.
though, Kiki.
I don't know.
Around you?
I seem to be a magnet for the strange and unusual. There's the
I
weird
think me and you
medic,
both.
there's the
Miss
floating
Aether called
cat,
one of the
there's
handles over in Aether a magic wand.
They have name.
Sorry, Kiki.
Yeah.
Kiki and Lajali and Alu and just... I'm a magnet for the strange and unusual. Yes, it's called walking.
They're getting away.
Oh,
why you
forgot to compliment Mask. Next time.
Yeah.
Ram like Max. Masks are nice.
Also, are you wearing another new outfit?
Yeah.
It's surprising people have many clothes.
I mean, Kiki's like the only one I know who goes out of their way to change multiple times a day to, have...
I've seen you with only
I
one
mean,
set of
most of us just-
clothing.
Well, I mean, it's one style of clothing. I wear different shirts and capes and everything. It's just like,
Yeah.
Right,
Ram only has 3 sets of clothes.
There is something that you would probably like to know. With your whole scroll thing.
Yeah.
One of my lessons, and immediately you perk up. One of my tasks from my new teacher, shall we say,
Yeah.
was to attempt to create and imbue a scroll for a particular type of magical spell, obviously. The idea was something between a bolt and a ball in terms of. Hey there, how you doing?
Ava.
Absolutely fantastic. I feel amazing today. Everything's going according to plan. I'm totally not lying to you. Everything's been great. I'm gonna go talk to them and see
You
if
sound
they're-
like
Yay!
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 Yeah, I don't know.
Still, if you want, once I've made the scroll, I could give it to you so that we're even.
It'll go great the second that my
The lesson that
friends
you gave me.
It's my favorite activity.
You think my lesson is worth a measly scroll?
I could also just give you nothing if you prefer.
I did also drag you into, the little ordeal with that book. You learned a lot about the magics of this land because of me. So, I think that plus writing the scroll would make us even, wouldn't it?
Remember something. Be right back. Kiki, stay here.
What's Rem doing? Did you fall asleep or something? I found the cat. Kiki?
There's a ball of yarn over there.
I think she actually fell asleep. I was talking to her like seconds ago. How? Anyway.
Do I do this the nice way or the kind of jokingly mean way?
You've had a bad way. You can do it the jokingly mean way.
So just take out some pepper. Sprinkles pepper on her nose. Oh,
that works.
See, she's alright. She was already awake. Just gonna have just gonna.
You're just ignoring me.
Sneeze, Yeah, it's not nice to ignore people.
Yeah.
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 Don't encourage her behavior. Okay, fine. Look, Kiki. If that's not enough, then what do you want from me?
I don't need anything.
Kiki, catch.
What?
Look.
What?
Wait, is that
Invisibility
the book of... Oh, that one.
What
Oh,
is
yeah, the book of Invisibility. Right, from Mishka.
Oh.
From Mishka.
Fiasco.
Good book.
Rem was holding on to it, studying it. Rem got what wanted from book.
Oh. Nice.
Since the other part of material was yours, book also belonged to you. So, makes sense for Kiki have it.
I will hold on to this. Oh.
So, what's brought you to the last city then?
Kiki's eyes closed.
Don't tell me she fell asleep again.
Kiki is Kiki.
Kiki is confusing.
Kiki is Kiki. Sometimes best not to think too hard on things at times. As far as what Ram can tell.
Yeah, that seems to be the only way to stay sane in Aether, doesn't it? Man, it's killing me.
Take it, Red needs drink.
Yeah, I'll, Very quiet day today, though. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Hmm. No. Right when Red left too. Kiki tired.
Yeah.
What has Kiki been up to?
I've been working on tea.
Tea?
Tea.
What kind?
There's this tea that I got from a vendor called Old New Oak. Apparently it's tea from some under place thing. And it's slightly poisonous.
Sorry? Slightly poisonous tea?
Yeah. So humans
Weird,
shouldn't be
okay.
drinking stuff like that, yeah.
Aren't cats even more susceptible to... Right, not a cat, okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Logan.
There you go.
Gas.
Do you have anything else to contribute to the conversation, or is that it?
I don't know what the conversation is, so I can't contribute to what I don't know what's happening. That's why I was being silent.
Kiki's just talking about alcoholic tea. Oh, not alcoholic, technically poisonous tea?
Poison,
It
yes.
sounds like it's...
I mean, any tea's poisonous if you put poison in it.
In other news...
Sounds like thing assassin would do.
Well, the tea leaves are poisonous.
Oh, then those aren't tea leaves,
Poisonous?
it's just poison.
Well, for humans, yeah.
It's true, we're very fragile.
As far as Rem is concerned
Well,
as
human.
well, is alcohol not also poison?
I mean, I
Well,
Is
guess
poison bad?
I think she's right. Alcohol is poison to humans too, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
poison-
basically
there's-
you've just got alcoholic tea at this stage. Like,
I-
assuming
yeah,
your tea
it's
isn't enough to immediately kill someone, then it may as well be alcoholic tea.
There's like people that they're like poison doesn't affect them, like alcohol doesn't affect them, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Kiki, do you know how poisonous this tea of yours is? Like, can someone drink a cup and be okay? Humans, I
The
mean.
merchant recommended that humans and people of normal constitution shouldn't drink it. Because it's tea from
So
the
probably counts.
under...
Or me.
So just poison.
Under
Okay.
something.
You...
The tea
you
came
didn't
from
even
under
check
something.
The safety requirements.
Dwarf could probably drink.
Well,
And
Biomass.
It's called Old New Oak Tea.
Old New Oak. I unfortunately have no idea what that is, so I can't comment much on it, I'm afraid.
I've never heard of it either.
Kiki sounds very tired.
Yeah.
Noticing trend. A lot of
It
people
might be worth
tired.
resting.
Rem
There's not
earlier
really,
also tired.
there's not really much going on at the minute, unfortunately. Not much, anyway.
Could be most are
My
preparing
sword is-
for things.
Oh yeah, there's the rescue mission coming up soon. For
Rescue
Silver.
mission.
That. Yeah, so one of Rift's many partners was kidnapped a while ago. Someone from the Glass City Violet died trying to find their location, and they're having a rescue operation tomorrow to get Sylvie back. I've been here like a few days and I've never met her, so I don't really have much. I don't have much connection to her personally, but a lot of people seem very fond of her. So, yeah.
Not a whole lot at stake. But good for them now.
Yeah, I just hope that
Goal
they
is
don't
in
do
sight.
anything in regret. Rift was kind of. Have you seen him when his eyes go, like when his eyes change color and like his magical straps start glowing red?
Yeah.
Because he did that. He was talking about. Obviously, he's going to be on the rescue mission because it's his partner, despite the fact that he's sick. But, and he's like, I'm worried he's going to botch the stealth mission. Like he's going to let Bloodlust get the best of him and play it way too reckless when he's supposed to be sneaking through to make sure that no one else gets hurt.
When spoke of Sylvie's captors, Rem could taste the venom in voice.
Yeah, that man has a sadistic side. It's not. It's not good
Not
for-
sadistic. Anger.
Wow.
Sadism and anger can lead similar roads. Difference is origin.
Rift
I
isn't
suppose.
your everyday mage though, so I'm sure he'll be okay.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about the people they're trying to rescue. I'm sure they could probably cut down an entire town if they wanted to. It's just a case of that's not a smart thing to do. I mean, a rescue mission, the last thing you want is bloodshed. Doubly so, because then you'll piss off I mean, think about it, right? Like, we're mounting some big rescue operation for one person, right?
Yeah.
If they cut their way through half a town full of people, they're all people too. They all had, like, families and people who cared about them and ones who want to revenge them. Before you know it, you got a small war on your hands. These people really need to learn the art of subtlety a bit more.
Would almost say thing, but Rem won't say.
You can say it. It's okay.
Rem has someone important. Does Red have someone important?
Not anymore.
But can understand emotions when more than just one find this person important.
I know. And that's the problem, because building those bonds leads to this attachment, and then that attachment gets you emotional, and as you get emotional, you make mistakes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I think Rift is the last person who should be on a rescue mission
as well.
Love her, because
If could talk out, they would have talked out. No? If could reason with, dialogue could have.
look, I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I'm very concerned that Rift is going to start slaughtering when he could just sneak past people. And that's just going to make everything so much worse.
He's definitely gonna slaughter lots of angels.
Yeah,
Thinking
that's
on
what
it
I'm
as
worried
well.
about.
Stealth is preferable, yes, but if can manage stealth for a majority, say slaughter for later, better. Would technically be favorable, and what would they would want an end, no? Red is not only one who is thinking of trying not to kill as much as possible. Rift is not only one going. As many people who would try to think straight, even in such hard situation. So,
I know, all I'm saying is he has a very charismatic personality, he's a natural leader, and all it takes is one person letting their emotion get the best of them, doing something brash, and then an alarm goes off, and you have an entire town of whatever they are, freaking on high alert and ready to... It's just a mess. You don't mix emotions, and this is why when we were back in the swamps, we would never send someone on a mission. We would do our best to avoid sending someone on a mission if it involved their family or otherwise someone very close to them without serious vetting, because people make mistakes when they're emotional.
Isn't everyone
But
going
I'm
with
not
people
the
that
one.
care about this Sylvie?
That's the problem. Yeah, they are, because these people are a band of adventurers. They're not actually veterans who know how to fight a war.
So
that's the
would
problem
you
with this damn
go
place.
find
Everyone's
Sylvie?
If I had incentive to, if I was compensated, or if I was given good enough reason, then I would.
So you think they should just pay people to go find Sylvie?
Mercenaries exist for a reason. Or they could at least try and choose people who have the right skill set for the job, rather than simply those who are close to her. Because that's just not how you do something effectively. I don't know. Again,
not everyone is as effective as can be, Red.
I know, but look, I hope I'm wrong, okay? I very much hope I'm wrong. But
it is okay to strive what is believed to be the best option. That is what they are trying to do, no? And besides,
yeah,
as far as I'm aware, people going are not idiots. Can get emotional in case of rift, but if it is just one, the rest can help.
Well, I
give
don't know if it's just one. I don't know if it. I mean, it sounds like the others are also quite close friends of hers, so.
Misheard, Ram.
Huh?
Assuming rift is one who is going to get emotional, rest there to act as grounding. Make sure head is in earth, not in emotions.
Yeah.
Rim has hope that they will do what is best. However they see
I
fit.
mean, again, I hope so. I just... a bit more cynical on this. I know. Right?
Know everything.
I know you're gonna say.
Otherwise, go crazy.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. For the time being.
Does Ram need to give Red distraction?
Rem is correct. I don't think about anything. I have no worries. Yeah.
Technically, let's stress on Kiki, so not wrong.
Not wrong, but that's not the best indictment of a teacher I've ever. You're fucking ridiculous. God.
And Red is overcalculating. Difference. Very big difference.
Am I overcalculating? Or I would rather be stressed but knowledgeable than completely thoughtless.
You worry because you've come to care at least some level. Why else would your mind keep over-calculating scenarios?
Or maybe he's
Because
the
I'm
kind
seeing
of
people
person that
making the same-
likes to be like, we're doing something wrong.
I just don't like seeing people making the same mistakes I've made. That's all.
Yeah.
True. But
And you do that for
none
your
of them
enemy
is
then?
red.
You do that for your enemy
What'd you say?
then?
No, of course I wouldn't do it for my enemy. That's a loaded question, you know it.
Yeah.
I'm mostly neutral toward these people. Some I owe an amount of allegiance to, perhaps, but most of them I'm neutral toward. I don't really owe them anything, and vice versa.
Yeah. Let's see if Najali's escaped.
She probably has.
You can take. They went through the long ass lines that many of the other people take to get here. You take that to the
Why?
inn with those white buildings, and they'll get you assorted with a room.
Oh, you've not escaped yet.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, so not everyone.
You're welcome.
I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake.
So
Where-
not
where is
everyone's
it?
teleporting
You.
you? So you're-
What
just happened?
What happened? It's dangerous. What happened? What happened, Kiki?
Nothing?
Yes.
She's exhausted, and I'm just helping giving her some rest.
Yeah.
A lot of people deserve it, and a lot of people still need to be given rest and relaxation. Ava.
I am home.
I guess that works.
So,
Just I'll get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your jacket was. Your
Can
dress was
I
trying
help
to
with
get
something?
away.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Raz wants us to be private.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
catch
I'm
up
just
with-
wondering why this.
Oh?
I mean, Kiki can stay around if she really wants. I just don't know what she's going to gain from this.
After
She
Kiki,
can
at
stick
that
around.
point.
Yeah. So, anyways, I've been trying to get in touch with the leader of the Tempest Knights for a while, right? Unsurprisingly, a guy named Tempest. Rift said that he'd be able. You were there for that. Rift saying that he'd be able to teach me blight magic very effectively. So, anyways, I finally get a chance to see the guy for the first time, and he's in the middle of dragging
Magic
some
floating
frickin-
cat.
Yeah.
So he's in the middle of dragging some small girl to some ritual or other. I don't fully know what it was, but frankly, it looked incredibly dangerous.
No
It
ritual.
was awful. Like, he seemed to open up some portal from her goddamn mind. There was tentacles everywhere. It was dreadful. And then afterwards, she saw something that she wasn't supposed to see. It looked like she just snapped mentally, so that's fucking fun. Yeah, so after that, Tempest was not in good condition. Like whatever he saw was enough to really fuck him up. So I met a Tempest Knight earlier in the day. Zephyr's their name. I was tagging along. I was helping them with some weird issues they had with like visions. It doesn't matter. The point is that
Didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up crafting and carving very soon. If you'd like to tag along, I think you would find it most enjoyable.
Okay. Sure thing.
You don't have to come.
What
now.
do you?
You can finish your conversation.
Okay.
I do not need you to.
Alright, and so where will you be? Okay. Where will you be?
I believe it's somewhere outside of that room on the roof.
Okay.
You can finish your conversation.
Okay.
You're fine.
Anyway, yeah. So my first introduction to Tempest was him being turned into a. Yeah, it was not. So he's currently in critical condition. I saw him today even. He was like barely able to see and speak. But anyways, the point is, after Tempest was put out of commission, pretty much, I was tagging along with the Tempest Knights just through circumstance and happenstance at this stage. So was Elias, funnily enough. Then one of them decided, the leader, I think. There's this whole other thing where Tempest's staff is sentient. I don't know what's going on with that, but that seems to be the other leader of the group of knights. Anyway, point is, look, it's weird. I don't fully understand myself. Point is, they did some kind of mass teleport, which also happened to snag Elias because he was close by, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they took us to their fortress, I guess. Was very, very pretty. Something about the magic there felt different. Like someone had managed to piece together every affinity, every element in a way that they just worked with each other. Which, as far as I understand, it should be nearly impossible, as opposing aspects, you know, explode. Opposing aspects destroy each other. Yeah, it felt very...
Would require a lot of difficulty at work.
Anyway, their little fortress, they gave me the rundown on what the Tempest Knights actually do. And the best way I can describe it is that they're defenders against the strange and unusual. They defend against threats that others aren't equipped to deal with. They deal with cursed knowledge and extraplanar threats and guiding those who are lost, that kind of thing. And then they extended me an invite to join them.
Not bad. So, going off what saw and everything, does Red want to join them?
Part of me does. But, well, remember how I mentioned Elias got dragged into all of it? He actually pulled me to the side for a private little conversation and told me to not jump into things ahead of time, to just take it slow and actually... I think part of it is because he doesn't trust mages. He doesn't like mages at all, obviously. But I think he was also just worried about
I'm avoiding the cuddle
Oh.
puddle over there.
cuddle.
Cuddle?
I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Anyway, yeah. He told me to just take it easy and not dive into it head first. Eventually talked to someone else there, Zephyr, the Tempest Knight, who I'd been helping earlier that day, and they kind of told me the same thing. Just as tempting as it is, don't jump in head first, because, well, people you care about might get hurt, or you might burn yourself out, or a few different things. So.
Oh, I saw you in the Tempest Knight building. How was that?
It was... The magic there felt very different. Very unique.
Oh, I would love
that's
to
Rove
smell
for you.
that place.
Rove is a continent built on war and factions that have been vying for violent or political control for thousands of years. So all the nations and magics and things there are very, very baked in traditions of conflict, whether that's economic, militaristic, or cultural.
Oh,
Interesting.
I bet
Tempest
Well, the
those
strangest thing
things
is when I
are
was there
Golden
cool.
Leaves. Yeah,
The strangest thing is that when I was there, there was this one church, I think it was. There was some kind of magical threshold they told us not to pass, but the magic felt strangely unified. Every aspect, every element, all in equal balance and in harmony with each other. Not clashing, not just cancelling each other out. It was a feeling for a moment.
That was in
but
Golden Leaf?
I don't know if it was in Golden Leaf. It was this... So, Tempest's staff, you know how it's sentient? Right?
Mm-hmm.
It took us to a castle and a series of, like, housing districts and a great hall, all with the Tempest Knight banners. It was very dark, large, glowing blue trees in distance. I don't know if it was Golden Leaf or somewhere else.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the name of the place.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They didn't need to teleport
Greetings,
through the Nexus to get
child
there,
of the
which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah.
Tempest Staff is an incredibly dangerous artifact.
This is a
that,
form of mind.
Were it not for Califax's
Or
personal
mind personified.
protections, the Tower of Purgation and the Archmages would have ripped it from Tempest long ago.
Huh. Okay, that explains why it's... That explains
One rumor about the
why
Tempest
it's-
Staff is that it is a cursed item that will force whoever is wielding it to fall in love with it and protect it above all else. Every wielder of the Tempest Staff has said that they love the Tempest Staff. And even Tempest himself is willing to die and lose everything and let people die to protect her.
He did
So-
say that, they did say that the two main goals of the Tempest Knights were to protect each other and protect the staff above all else, so that tracks.
Yeah.
Right.
That said, Master Califax has taken upon himself to... What was it? He keeps Tempest around because he's more useful here than in prison. So he uses Tempest and the Knights in order to deal with problems for the island. Like
Back where
a
I came
guard
from,
dog.
I'm sure he has a very healthy
on a leash.
relationship with this staff, yeah?
Julian.
It doesn't seem it. Back where I came from, there was a group called the Abyssal Knights. They were defenders against strange and unusual. They would deal with any extraplanar threats that other people
Julian here.
weren't supposed to deal with or didn't have the
I need a DM.
willpower to deal with.
Understood. Need just a flat roll or
No
advantage?
one really knew who they were. Other than
Rangers get advantage on dodges,
I've
right?
never given any
Correct.
real appreciation. It
One of
sounds
those,
very similar
please.
To the Tempest Knights, to be honest.
So...
18.
There just needs to do a job.
I'm going to hit you with a reminder.
18?
While in...
Correct. Understood.
while in the Glass City, please be in the Discord call for the Glass City in Aether Chronicles, because it's a way for DMs to get in contact. And 2, I'm gonna have to beat the fucking shit out of a couple people for abusing that. Because if you want to have a conversation, you should move up or move into a different VC.
Not bad.
Every few months, I gotta remind him. Just gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Tempest Knights are a weird one. The Dominion are also one of the factions within Rove, run by Duran, who used to be an Opal, but the Opals are a matriarchy, and he was the first son. So when his sister took power, well, fuck you too then.
Apparently you need to work on your storytelling skills. I can't find some boring. But the Opal Knights, yeah, there was a bunch of people who came into Redwall earlier who I think ran into the Opal. Hey, what are you...
Okay, she's dead.
Hmm.
Unfortunate. Alright, though. But yeah, there's a bunch of different factions there. There's the King of there's Rothwell, which is a more militaristic, more not as good group. I'm more curious about them. I'd ask Tempest to tell you about the different factions, but also keep in mind that, are you looking to join the Tempest Knights, or did you just go to talk to Tempest?
I went there to talk to Tempest. Tempest was out of commission from some ungodly ritual where he saw something beyond the colours of time that he really wasn't supposed to see. He's still out of commission. The staff tried to give me an invitation to the Tempest Knights, and I told him I'd consider it. And then, weirdly enough, Elias of all people did his best to talk me out of it, as well as one of the Tempest Knights themselves said to not rush things. So yeah, I don't think
Zephyr's pretty well paced with things, and trust his judgment on it.
Mm.
One of the few rational seekers, because he wears pants.
Yeah, he's.
Well then.
There's a giant library here.
Oh, by the way, look up.
Remy! Hi! Hi! God! What happened?
Giving you a startle.
Hi,
However,
Remy. Who's giving you your humor lessons right now? I like to have a word with them. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna throw right into the machine. I don't know which one yet, but I'll figure it out.
Anywho.
You know what? I'm gonna stand up.
No,
I
can't stand up, folks, me. But allow me to
giving an
continue.
example.
Yes.
It's the same
There are
response if I just
beings that
say
are born in the heavens and in the hells. Usually they are referred to as angels and demons. Now, when they leave the heavens and leave the hells and come to the mortal plane, they can find love and can birth a child with someone on the material plane. They have half of the qualities of their original heaven or hell counterpart. The ones from heavens are often known as Asimars, and the ones from hell are often known as Tieflings. However, they come from exact opposites, and they are constantly at war with another. Heaven and hell, they are the two balances, and of saint of sin, of the whole heavenly and hell debacle. So
Good, evil.
I think a better way of
stretch. Alright, sorry, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Those two kinds of people react badly when they are close to one another. So, Alice here, as you can see clearly through her horns, has accumulated a bit more of a infernal biology due to exposure to certain people. Because of that, when she is exposed to people of the holy affinity or people of holy nature, it can be almost like an allergic reaction to her. Her anatomy doesn't like it.
Thank you
Simple
for
as simple as.
the explanation. It's components of people that are foreign to me. I know blood types. Blood types.
Well, man,
this is like blood types, right?
You're confused about the magic. You were confused about the magic, right?
She had like.
Well, there's one way to look at it.
I'll let you explain.
So there's one, like, to break down the basic parts of what you guys call this wheel, there's ways of thinking about it, and you make a little X. There's fire and earth, and then there's life and death. These are the two most potent parts of their category. Fire and earth represent a very physical part of the coin, while life and death represent what Mom always called the metaphysical. The metaphysical is like stuff you observe, but not exactly stuff you can feel. While the physical is stuff you can feel, but stuff that doesn't have an impact beyond its physical self. So, like life and death. You know things are alive, but can you physically hold life? Like I can, but, you know, we were told mortals can't. But, you know. It's
I think you're confusing them. Because their understanding of magic is zero. So you explaining all that to them is very...
So...
How about this? I can do things a little easier. I know we're both trying to explain. Give me one moment, and I appreciate the effort. But 1 second, I understand how to do this. So, you have your table of elements, correct? Because you have iron, you have copper, you have all those certain things, correct? Those things on that table react with other elements in different ways, right? Imagine now that you have some new things on that elemental table, infernal and heavenly. Those are two now new things on that periodic table. And those two elements react negatively to each other. Her body is more comprised now of that infernal element. So, when she is exposed to the holy element, her body reacts negatively. I hope that helps kind of break things down.
That's an easier way of looking at it. It's practical. I can make sure not to cause an injury with this interpretation to a certain extent. I feel like the thing that always trips me up is trying to liken, say, protection to Earth. You know, they're right next to each other, but they're so fundamentally disparate, right? But if you think, if you take this little trick that I came up with, which is ignoring things you don't like, and you just look at everything on the same playing field. If you think of like all of the affinities as something ephemeral, then that's what happens when I look at somebody, right? Like, okay, I look at her with these glasses and I see light, right? I look at you and fire.
Yes, sorry.
And that's a physical thing. I could also look at you with my regular eyes and see fire, but she just looks like a very weird cat. And
although if I do this, that probably throws her
what
off.
What's up, Omega?
Okay, so I think the part you're getting tripped up on is you're thinking about it all wrong.
Okay.
You have to, so like the difference between, you know, Earth's protection affinity and then its other affinities. You have to think about like this. They all break down from each other. So, you know, protection isn't exactly a physical thing, but it is. It represents the physical part of Earth. It's pure protection. It's not its own separate thing. It's a part of what it came from.
Man, oh my god!
And you just see as his arm just lobs off. Oh wait, it did hit me. No, it's fine. Don't worry, I got it.
You know, I'm never gonna get used to that, no matter how many times you do it.
What?
So
You mean this?
Okay.
What? Wait, where'd all that armor go?
You mean this?
Do you shapeshift too?
Don't worry.
Oh no! Okay, I know you can. You don't have to.
Sorry. Your energies meld in with the crystal.
It's just magnetism.
Okay.
So anywho. So the way
I can't pretend to be an expert. I can't.
So the way to think about magic is parts of life, because that's what the weave is, and that's where magic comes from. So for example, Soul, don't think of it as like magic. Think of it as the weave, the thing that makes up everything.
Got it?
And so then, once you think of life, think of what that represents. That's probably the more metaphysical, as Mom would say. So life means what makes you move. It's a bit more abstract, but it's the literal, more tangible part of that in this physical realm. Protection, in a way, they're surrounded by protection constantly, because protection is the toughness of the armor. It gives something that isn't physical a physical property. Let's see, what else we got? Fire. Fire is a way one, the easiest one. It isn't quite the. It isn't quite the easiest.
Sorry,
it's the easiest one to see.
Okay.
Fire is a bit more than just its regular parts. It's like Earth. It's the breakdown of it. So fire, I'm irradiating heat, but I touch something else and it turns into the magma. And arcane, well, I honestly don't understand that one either, but I don't think anyone does.
The yesterday, this morning. No, that's fine.
But you know, everything is made up of everything, and so If you just go from the first part, which is soul, and then go down to the children, and then to the grandchildren and its grandchildren, you'll see that it's really easy to understand once you understand its roots. And so that's how magic works, at least how I've been taught.
Right. Okay. I mean, I feel like I understand a lot better, and to the extent that I can deal with this for now. I can deal with this internally for now.
I've got an idea. What was it? I was told I have to ask for permission first. So you'll see his hand turns into pure mind. It almost becomes illusionary. But if you touch my hand, I can show you what I see. As you do, you will look through his eyes, and you will literally see the ley lines around everything. You won't understand what it means because you're seeing magic in a more less digestible form, but you can see everything. It has ley lines, some big, some small, and some much more condensed, but all of different colors and shapes and behaving differently. Before you let go of your hand.
Whoa! I've heard about ley lines, but like.
I showed him what I see. Do you want to see?
So much. Oh God, this
I'd
is
be
so
okay if you just
complicated.
said what it is you see.
There's something wrong with these.
It's hard to
glasses. They don't show
explain,
me
but
any
it's
of
like
that stuff.
you can see magic.
Hey, Remy.
But that's like a really
Sorry.
what'd they say? Dumbed down version of it. It's watered down.
That's
That's
fine.
what they
It's fine.
said.
This is I had my mandatory rest for the day. Now Julian should allow me to work for at least another 48 hours.